Do you want to learn an amazing and efficient pull workout targeting the biceps, forearms, and back? Let's get right into it. So today I'm going to be showing, demonstrating, and somewhat explaining a pull workout, but more specifically my pull workout that I use when I transform my body that I've been using for nearly 5 months now. Let's start the workout. This is going to be part 2 of 3 for a push-pull legs training regimen, which is optimal for muscle growth because it allows each muscle group to recover for 48 to 72 hours, and if you were to work out 6 days a week, you could target each muscle group twice per week. This workout is going to consist of 6 different exercises: seated bicep curls, lat pull down, concentration curls, one-arm rows, barbell curls, and rear deltoid. We're going to start with seated bicep curls. Now this exercise is going to be in a drop set / superset manner with a twist. You're going to start by grabbing 4 different dumbbells of varying weight. 2 of those weights will be a medium to heavy weight that you could typically curl, and the other 2 dumbbells will be light to medium weights that you could curl fairly easily. As an example, I am using 30, 25, 20, and 17.5 pound dumbbells, and you will use these dumbbells throughout most of this workout. You're going to have to put the bench at an incline of about 45 degrees, then start with the heaviest dumbbells by leaning back onto the bench. You're going to perform 5 curls where you're bringing the dumbbell up and then slowly bringing it down as if you were fighting gravity in order to get an effective eccentric contraction. And then you're going to sit upright to perform another 5 curls in the same manner in this new position. Then you're going to bring the dumbbells down. By using the motion of sitting upright, bring the dumbbells up and then slowly allow them to come back down, once again activating an effective eccentric contraction. Do this curl movement 5 more times, then repeat this immediately after with the second heaviest weight. Once you complete this drop set, you will continue by supersetting onto lat pull downs. Start with a weight that you can comfortably do 15 repetitions of. When you're doing this exercise, make sure you're not just swinging up and down. Make sure that you are slowly bringing the weight down, and when you're pulling the weight down, you are driving your elbows as far down towards your ribs as you can. This will subsequently squeeze your deltoids together for an effective contraction on the delts and the lats. Once you complete this set, you'll switch back to the seated bicep curls where you're going to start with the second heaviest dumbbells this time. Perform the 15 total reps and then switch to the preceding lighter weight and then do another 15 total reps with these weights. Whenever you're doing bicep curls, you should be turning your wrist towards you during the curl motion itself, not before you start curling. Return to the lat pull down where you're going to increase the weight by 10 to 15 pounds depending on your strength level and comfortability. You're going to perform 12 reps, but this set should be easier to perform because when you do lat pull downs, there's a minor activation in the biceps. And since you decreased the intensity in your previous set from what you did in the first set, it should be slightly easier to perform lat pull downs since your biceps are less strained. Return to the seated bicep curls where you're going to use the 2 lightest dumbbells, starting with the heavier pair, and perform the 15 total reps with the second lightest weight, and then drop set to the lightest dumbbells. When you complete the 15 reps with this pair of weights, you are then going to stand up and grab the heaviest dumbbells once again. Immediately after, you are going to perform 10 reps of alternating bicep curls where you are slowly bringing the dumbbell up as you curl your wrist during the movement and then very slowly bringing the weight back down for an effective eccentric contraction. When you're done with this, you're going to once again switch back to lat pull downs for the last time. Increase the weight on the lat pull down by another 10 to 15 pounds depending on preference. Perform 9 reps of this new weight. Now we're moving on to the next superset of exercises. You're still going to be using the 4 dumbbells that you had before, but for the bicep exercises you will only be using the lightest 3 dumbbells. The movement we're going to be doing first is a drop set concentration hammer curl, beginning with the lightest dumbbell for 15 reps on each side, the medium weight for 12 reps on each side, then 9 reps of the heaviest weight on each side. For the concentration hammer curl, you're going to have the dumbbell perpendicular to the bench. When you're curling the dumbbell, bring it up towards you while focusing on the bicep by actively contracting your bicep as if you were flexing throughout each repetition. This movement is called concentration curl for a reason, so make sure you are concentrating on contracting your bicep throughout every movement by doing it slow and controlled. If you're swinging the dumbbell, you are losing the effectiveness. Next is going to be one-arm rows. Put your knee at the back end of the bench and your opposing arm at the other end of the bench. This is to extend your body out so that you can keep your back straight and parallel to the bench for a more effective contraction. When performing this exercise, make sure you are not just swinging the weight. You should slow and controlled be driving your elbow up to a 90-degree position and squeezing your lats. I recommend shadowing the form by contracting your lats without any weight so that you could get an idea of how the movement is supposed to feel. The weight is up to you, so find a weight that you can do 10 to 15 reps of. We're moving back to biceps, and this time we're going to be doing regular concentration curls, so make sure you are still concentrating on contracting the biceps. The only difference this time is you're starting with the heaviest weight for 9 reps and building your way back to 12 reps of the medium weight and 15 reps of the lightest weight. You're going to go back to one-arm rows and perform another 10 to 15 reps of this movement, and then we're going to move on to our final superset / drop set. We're going to move on to barbell curls, where we're going to be adjusting the grip each time we switch to one of the 3 different weights. For this exercise, you're going to perform 16 reps of the lightest weight with a wide grip, where you're going to bring the barbell up as you normally would and then slowly let the barbell come back down in order to activate an eccentric contraction. Switch over to the rear deltoid machine and align your height so that way you are effectively squeezing your back. It will be much harder to do so if you are too low or too high. Start with a weight that you can perform 16 repetitions of. You will be increasing the weight by increments of 10. Grab a barbell that is 10 pounds heavier. You are now going to perform 12 reps of this weight with a medium grip, once again bringing the barbell up and slowly bringing the weight all the way back down. Moving back to rear deltoid, you're going to increase the weight by 10 pounds and perform 12 reps. What you should do is shadow this exercise as well so that you can get an idea of how it feels to contract the back without any weight, so that way when you're performing the exercise with the weight, you can get a more effective contraction by squeezing the back tighter throughout each movement. Grab a barbell that is 10 pounds heavier than the previous barbell and perform 9 reps. It should be 20 pounds heavier than the weight that you started with, or depending on your strength level, that may vary. The incremental weight difference will depend on your strength level. Lastly, we're going to return back to the rear deltoid machine, where you are going to increase the weight by another 10 pounds once again and perform 9 reps. This will be the last exercise and will conclude this pull workout. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more content like this, please be sure to subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. But that's going to be it for today, guys. Continue striving to keep fighting. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces!